Hello there, my Gemini collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, Geminis. Ooh, you got the Eight of Wands. There's the Eight of Wands. Look at that. It's kind of like Wheel of Fortune energy. So, damn Geminis. What are you paying attention to now? You notice the sunbeam vibes there as well, Geminis? Keep on the sunny side alive. I love that. Those of you that know where that comes from. So, damn. It's also got like a bluegrass sort of vibe to it as well, Geminis. So those of you that like folk music or some of y'all fun jazz, jazz fusion. What are you doing, Geminis? I don't know, but I love this energy. There's the Three of Pentacles. Ooh. Father, Son, Holy Ghost vibes. Or peace, love, and light. What's the energy here? What's the energy here? There's the Virgo. Ooh, there's the Hierophant. Ooh, there's the Seven of Wands. There's the King of Swords. Oh my goodness. Geminis, if you're like a spiritual person, I feel like spirituality is kind of interesting for you right now, Geminis. I don't know how much of this is like your vibe or with regard to like the energy. Because Geminis, I kind of feel like you guys might be like the hodgepodge type of when it comes to your sort of philosophies or beliefs. Gemini, some of you could have a little bit more philosophy than maybe like a sort of stuck, stagnant, spiritual or religious kind of viewpoint. Some of you Geminis, I think this makes like very interesting. This makes you a very interesting person. The King of Swords there. So there's the Nine of Swords. There's the Ten of Pentacles. There's the Ace of Pentacles. There's the Wheel of Fortune energy. Oh my goodness, Gemini. Some of y'all might want to watch the Capricorn vibe. Who the fuck is this King of Swords energy with you? I feel like that's not your energy. So some of y'all could be dealing with a Virgo vibe. Some of y'all could be dealing with a Hierophant energy. Oh my goodness, this comes back to Abba energy. I believe in angels. Something good in everything I see. What is your beliefs, philosophies here, Geminis? Ooh. Oh my goodness, you know what the Seven of Wands feels like? The Elton John song. Cold, cold heart. Heartened by you. Something's looking better, baby. Ooh, is it time for love with you, Geminis? I don't know. Someone could have way too much sort of religious energy when it comes to options or opportunities here, Geminis. Stay far more focused on you. The King of Swords is kind of stuck or stagnant. You're pulling Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles there with the Wheel of Fortune vibes. So I love this for you, Geminis. Be thankful, be gracious, whatever the fuck your sort of take is on religion, philosophy. Some of you Geminis, I feel like that's what makes you very interesting and very unique. Some of you, I feel like this is like a good sort of guidance energy with you as well. Those of you Geminis studying the classics, going back to the basics, especially my creatives. I love the creative energy when it comes to you Geminis. This brings about some interesting options or opportunities when it comes to you. Some of you work options or work opportunities, but there could be some sort of stuck, stagnant vibe. I feel like the Virgo energy is Virgo vibes for you feels like a matchmaker vibe, but not in maybe like the conventional sense. You know what I mean, Geminis? It's very interesting, it's very odd, it's very unique, but much like you Geminis, it makes sense in the end. I don't know if this is love energy, if this is going to be like romantic relationships or partnerships with regard to you Geminis, or maybe some of you more like a healing type vibe. Friendship, a good working relationship or partnership, a very unique sort of option or opportunity, Geminis. Those of you doing your heart chakra, whatever the hell that energy is, maybe it's Reiki, maybe you're listening to music. Some of y'all with regard to music, I'm liking that sort of I'm liking the kind of odd vibes there. So like jazz fusion, R&B. Some of y'all throwing in a little bit of the sort of twangy energy. So you could be listening to some of the old sort of classic country. Any of you listen to the classic jazz? It's like a jazz infusion. I feel like you kind of switch things up. Gemini's, those of you, if you like strings and you like the brass sound, right? Some of y'all, maybe a focus on the woodwinds. Mm. Who's listening to Stevie Winwood vibes? Oh my goodness, what the fuck is oh my god, that piano song from the 80s. Da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-da. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. Ooh. Why do I see like a stage energy with you? Oh. Oh, Geminis. We might have to pull out the Lightseers Tarot deck on you. Three of Cups. There with the Knight of Cups. There with the Six of Cups. Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups vibes with you, Geminis. That's feeling like triplet energy. That's not triplet. That's in excess energy, right? Damn. What are you doing? Inspiration with regard to music? There's a lot of really good Gemini musicians out there. And Gemini, there's a lot of famous single Gemini musicians. So, damn Geminis. Page of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Five of Swords, ooh, the Eight of Pentacles. Gemini, some of you, your crosswatcher energy isn't like the best sort of vibes. There's something very unique and special about you. Some of y'all, your viewpoint, your philosophies, the way you look at things, really does make a difference. This is given like designer vibes as well. Um, it's like a deconstructed suit jacket. It's design energy. Some of y'all like going back to the basics, looking at things. It's like a fusion energy. So your ability to kind of make things work is really very interesting. It definitely attracts a lot of attention. But at the same time, that uniqueness about you is for some of you, not everyone likes that sort of vibe you have. I feel like a lot of you have been in sort of resolution energy as well. So instead of staying stuck or stagnant, you're like it's almost like a scrappy vibe with you. Who's the designer? I don't know. My creatives, this is like a good energy for you. Because I'm liking this sort of the vibe with you. Some of you could get the chance to do a little bit of work where you could be, especially those of you, if you do like consulting energy. Some of you musicians, you could get the chance to do like play backup or do backup when it comes to an offer, an opportunity. Some of you could get the. I feel like there's offers, there's opportunities wanting to come in, but they're going to come in a very unique way. I'm loving the Virgo vibe with you. The Virgo vibe is like it's almost like a matchmaker energy. So for some of you, that could be if you're a temp, this could be like the perfect job opportunity that maybe you weren't expecting, or an offer or opportunity that comes in that's like really interesting. Geminis, I love the cater waiter vibes on you. So those of you, I feel like if you get the chance to go to parties or you get the chance, some of y'all need to be doing fucking conventions. Someone needs to be doing comedy. Some of you taking classes, teaching classes. Some of you going back to the basics and kind of rethinking things. You're really good at bringing that like fusion energy in. I mean, I'm getting that energy of like jazz fusion. Those are you like the cooks that do like the fusion menus, right? It's kind of like that energy. But you change like the whole fucking narrative up on something. Your cross watchers aren't in the best of vibes. So Geminis, for some of you, maybe if it comes to dating, you may choose to not get into a relationship or partnership because of the sort of energy there. Those of you Geminis, if you like want somebody to be single a while before you date, I feel like for some of you Geminis, it's you don't want to be the rebound partner, or Geminis, for some of you, you're mindful of your next relationship or partnership. So that way it isn't a rebound relationship or partnership. Some of you, I feel like that's what makes the difference. I don't feel like it's lack of options or opportunities with you, though, Geminis. So some of you, you kind of did the work. You focused on what you needed to. So that way you are looking at things from a different perspective. Oh, Geminis. Mindful of the King of Swords energy. The King of Swords energy is stuck in that Nine of Swords, and that does not feel like your vibe. So someone don't like this sort of energy that you bring to what you do. It's definitely a very unique sort of it's a unique vibe, especially when it comes to you Geminis. Really good for my creative, so stay fucking creative. Eight of Pentacles, there's the Five of Pentacles. Some of you, I feel like your philosophies, your beliefs are definitely very interesting here. Those of you Geminis that maybe you're paying more attention to your Vedic astrology, or it's whatever sort of mindfulness energy is with you. I feel like that's what creates like the interesting vibe. Queen of Wands there with the Eight of Swords, there to the Ten of Swords. Gemini, some of you could definitely be dealing with a bunch of messy queens. With the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Swords. Gemini, some of you, if someone's watching you, someone's watching them watching you, and some of you, that's just a messy fucking relationship or partnership. I definitely don't feel like it's lack of options or opportunities, Geminis, but damn. It's more like quality of. I feel like that's what makes the difference with you. There's something very unique and interesting. Your viewpoint, because I'm loving like the fusion vibes. So it's like taking the classics and putting a twist on it, Geminis. Some of you, I feel like this is a stagnation with regard to a relationship or partnership. Some of you, I feel like it's messy vibes. Some of you are just avoiding like the rebound relationship or partnership. So that could be with regard to you, Geminis, if you're newly single. Some of you with regard to if you start dating somebody and you're like, you know what, maybe you need to be single for a while longer before you really put too much trust, faith, and hope into that relationship or partnership. I feel like you're far more what's the vibe? I don't feel like you're going to waste your time on anything that isn't going to be like imperative to you. You're well aware of this energy. I like the Capricorn vibes with you. So some of you could definitely be breaking old habits, establishing new habits. I love this Two of Pentacles, your flexibility here, Geminis. You notice all that water energy as well. So some of you are avoiding that sort of, I don't know, you pay attention. This is kind of like a low tide, high tide energy, but not getting stuck on the beach when the high tide's coming in. You know what I mean, Geminis? Six of Swords, the Scorpio. Some of y'all dealing with the Scorpio energy. Page of Pentacles, there with the sun, there with the moon. Oh my goodness, look at that. The Scorpio, you got Six of Swords, the Scorpio, the Page of Pentacles. There's the sun and there's the moon. Some of you mindfulness up, especially when it comes to that sort of the overwhelming relationships or partnerships. That's the thing though, Geminis. I don't feel like it's lack of options or opportunities. It's kind of your choice here. But it's also that mindfulness of don't get stuck on the beach during high tide. So there's you need to be paying attention to things. Whatever that kind of focus is with you, Geminis. And I love the fact that a lot of you whatever is your sort of focus now, which really makes an interesting difference with you. And Geminis, that's what makes you interesting and unique. That's what brings about options or opportunities with you. Is your keen eye, the way you look at things, the way you're able to it is like a fusion energy. So whatever your kind of discipline is, you're really good at kind of working the vibes there. Some of you taking classes, some of you could be teaching classes, some of you could be just Geminis. For some of you, this is almost like, oh, you find this interesting. So then you start focusing on that and you're like, oh, well, I like that. But what if you take that and mix that with that? And then that like changes up the whole vibe. Some of you Geminis, very good creative energy here as well. Some of you could get the option or the opportunity to kind of be a creative sort of advisor energy here. Some y'all could get the chance, if you're like a freelance artist, whatever the fuck your discipline is, you could get the chance to maybe get an option or an opportunity. Someone here who's the fashion designer, I'm feeling like an interesting design vibe here. Some of you could be going back to like the patchwork type style of things, but putting your unique sort of twist on that. Geminis, you can never go wrong with denim. Denim is really good, but damn, like patchwork denim vibes. But not like the cheesy looking shit. This is like the really like positive. Some of y'all, this could be like name brand type vibes as well. This feels like a workroom vibe too. The triptych energy with you. Triptych and like triplets. So if you know what triplets are in music, some of you could be, maybe you're listening to music that has that vibe to it. Ooh, Geminis, what are you doing? Woodwinds, brass, and strings. Jazz energy with you as well. It's kind of like jazz fusion. It's like R&B and pop vibes kind of mixed together there. Some of y'all could be doing some opera, maybe with a little bit of rap. I don't know, whatever the fuck this vibe is. I love it for you. Some of y'all do watch a Capricorn. Do watch the Capricorn reading. Because maybe for some of you, a Capricorn is going to be a rather influential sort of vibe with you. Capricorn energy is very regimented. So for some of you, it's going to be imperative that you definitely focus. I like the cater waiter vibes on this. I feel like some of you need to get out there, do your thing. Those of you, if you get the chance to do like conventions, so those of you cosplay energy, hair and makeup vibes, whatever your sort of whatever the vibe is with you. Some of you, if you dated in the workplace, this could be mindful of those sort of vibes as well. I feel like you're single. If you're in a relationship or partnership, you're either happy in it or you're wanting to get the fuck out of it. Those of you that whatever sort of energy you got going on is a very focused energy. You hear the train? Like, the opportunity is there. But some of you, it's got to be a very unique fucking vibe with you, Geminis. Some of you, I feel like your religion or your philosophy, or some of you, the ability to kind of navigate between those is going to be very interesting. Someone needs to be a comedian, or some of you, with regard to like your knowledge base when it comes to things, makes you far more interesting. Those of you, when it comes to whatever your kind of viewpoint is, I almost feel like you're kind of like a hodgepodge type person when it comes to what works for you. So you could have some religious beliefs, but then you have maybe some esoteric vibes in there. You kind of look at things differently. Some of you far more grounded and focused, which brings about some interesting vibes. Geminis, I feel like a lot of you are able to bridge the gap between, which makes things rather interesting. So some of you, this could be consulting vibes. This could be the chance to kind of go in and work and create. Some of y'all with energies that might not seem to be like what you would think. This is kind of like people that put what is it, balsamic vinegar on ice cream. I feel like you're kind of you're in that energy. Yeah, because it's what do you love, not who do you love. 23 energy there, which goes to 5, which is Hierophant energy. Some of y'all boss ass vibes here. So, damn Geminis. Now, I wasn't planning on using the Light Seers Tarot deck, Geminis, but let's see what wants to come out for you. There's the Tower vibes. Very creative energy with you, Geminis. 6 of Pentacles there with the Ace of Swords. Some of you like the right, like working relationships or partnerships. Those of you that's newly single, or those of you that's kind of doing your own thing. So you had a partner, whatever that sort of relationship, partnership was, or situationship was. And then you get the chance to kind of do your own thing. I feel like this changes up that option or opportunity for you. This kind of speaks on your duality as well, Geminis, but some of you finding like the perfect sort of relationship or partnership that brings about some very interesting options or opportunities. I like the consulting energy on this for you, Geminis. Those of you teaching, learning, growing. There's that energy of like scraps vibes, but at the same time, it's like the usefulness of that. I feel like some of you Geminis, you're kind of scrappy, which makes an interesting sort of vibe when it comes to you. It's like there's like cooking energy on this. There's like chef vibes. There's like designing vibes. There's the Emperor energy. There's the Fool. There's the 5 of Cups. There's the Queen of Swords. There's the 4 of Pentacles. The Chariot, the Queen of Pentacles, the Sly Fox energy. There you are. It always comes back to you, Geminis, and your kind of belief philosophies on shit. So I don't, this does feel like a creative vibe, but we love creative Geminis. But it's also just kind of trusting your instincts or your intuition. This does feel like a matchmaker energy, but I don't feel like it's like that conventional sort of vibe. Some of you, I think, when it comes to love, it's I feel like for some of you, those relationships or partnerships are kind of just shit out of luck. Because I don't feel like you're kind of letting your emotions overwhelm you. But those of you that are single and kind of pulled focus back on you. Some of you are getting far more attention than maybe your exes, whatever the hell those situationships were, Geminis. For some of you, who the fuck knows? But damn Geminis. This is like boss ass energy. This allows you to kind of be the creative one, especially when it comes to moving through stuck stagnant energy. I like the music vibes with you because if you ever listen to when they have the musicians that created some of the songs that sit there and talk about when they were doing the studio work, and then you had like the ones that sort of produced it, or they hired people to come in and play like the instruments that changed everything. I feel like that's your vibe. But whatever that equivalent would be with whatever your discipline is, right? So it's like the artist that goes in and kind of helps people create things differently, or the writer that takes classes or teaches classes that has people look at things differently. It's kind of like dissecting Shakespeare in order to kind of give it a fresher approach, or you always pull Voltaire energy, which I think is interesting, Geminis, or whatever the sort of vibe is. Those that do design, clothing design, right? Looking at things differently. I always feel like the 30s vibe, because you don't get much about the 30s when it comes to design. This is like looking back at old patterns and kind of reinventing the look. Some of y'all going back to the very deconstructed suit outfits, because it's kind of a simplification of. Some of you could be creating your own sort of patterns or doing things like that because that's the sort of energy with you. I don't know. Your cleverness here is very intriguing. And it also makes you very appealing all at the same time. But I think you're mindful with that Seven of Cups. So I feel like some of you are newly single, and the energy with you is you don't want to be the rebound partner, and some of you aren't really ready to kind of make a choice, so you're not going into like a rebound relationship or partnership. If anything, Geminis, I feel like some of you are far more focused on that than maybe with regard to you being like the rebound partner. I feel like there's far more interesting things, options or opportunities than just dating when it comes to you. Six of Wands there with the Ace of Cups. Stay moisturized, stay hydrated. Wear your fucking sunscreen, Geminis. Peace, love, and light energy with you. And there's that sort of mindfulness. There's some interesting celebratory energy as well with you, Geminis. I feel like some of you lucky astrologically. But this is like whatever the fuck you focus on, because that's what makes you interesting. Geminis, a lot of you are probably feeling the sort of scrutiny on this because you do like change the fucking dynamics up, Geminis. This is like the way you look at something like changes everything. I like the creative energy with you, Geminis, because I love creative Geminis. And this brings about that sort of interesting option or opportunity with you. Those of you focused on those relationships or partnerships, I feel like if you're dating, you're happy. If you're not, then you're probably in that sort of energy. Should I stay or should I go? Others of you, you're very mindful of that. I just think you don't want to be the rebound partner, or you don't want to go into a rebound relationship or partnership. So that shows that you're far more focused on like just, I don't know, what's important to you. It's definitely not lack of options or opportunities, for fuck's sake, Geminis. I like the Virgo energy with you. The Virgo feels like the perfect matchmaker vibe. So Geminis, expect the unexpected. This is like those of you convention energy. I'm liking the cater waiter vibes. So I don't know. You could be a cater waiter, or some of you a cater waiter could be like telling you, oh, you know, go talk to this person or go talk to that person because they might be able to help you. Some of you, this is like a scrappy energy. So I feel like you're going to like find like the perfect sort of working options or opportunities. Some of you, this could almost be like a bartering type system as well. Because it's kind of like when creative people get together and they're able to sort of like create something absolutely amazing. I'm kind of looking forward to see what our creative Geminis come up with. I feel like there's going to be a bunch of beautiful sort of Gemini creations coming around that's going to change everything. It is like a fusion energy. So whatever the hell that is with regard to the discipline, right? Whether it's art or music, cooking, clothing design, any type of design. So what do we got? There's the Ace of Pentacles, grounded in focus. Some of y'all, this is good award season energy. So some of y'all could get the chance to design. Maybe some of y'all are going to be the date with somebody to some awards opportunity. Go, have fun. There's the Four of Wands. Expect the unexpected, and it kind of like brings about some interesting vibes. Some of you, I feel like there's a collaboration energy, but it's like it's a very unique sort of vibe with you, Geminis. There's the Fool. You're just going to have to trust it. Some of you, those of you especially learning to trust your instincts or intuition. So you could be focusing on that. You know, take what's yours and leave what the fuck isn't. Not everything is going to be your vibe, but what works, what doesn't. I feel like for a lot of you Geminis, that kind of permeates in the work that you do, which makes you very interesting. If you've ever watched where they call in like the musicians, you know, your favorite songs, and they kind of deconstruct how they're made. They do this on the classics. They even do this on like the pop music. And they, you know, they kind of break it down to how everything works. It's kind of like that. Judgment, trusting your instincts, your intuition. Keeping that bit of positivity with you, Geminis. There's the King of Wands. I like the Leo energy. There's that Magician energy. Some of y'all just mindfulness when it comes to the sort of energy here. That speaks on the sort of disciplined energy there with the Capricorn vibe. Oh, for fuck's sake, Geminis. With regard to happiness in relationships or partnerships, I mean, what's the vibe on that? I feel like some of you Geminis aren't staying stuck or stagnant in an undecided sort of vibe. Some of y'all are making decisions. Some of y'all, the fact that you make decisions and you move from that energy brings about like better choices and better options. Some of you Geminis, I feel like this frees you up so that way you're looking at things differently. Those of you that's just very mindful, if you are dating or you're interested in dating, like just the rebound sort of relationships or partnerships, I feel like that could be more of a focus when it comes to you than maybe with regard to another sort of relationship or partnership. This is all about making decisions and moving forward from that. So if you want to date, you're dating. If you're not, you're just very mindful of. I like the matchmaker energy with you. It doesn't have to be romantic, but some of you, it could like lead to better options or better opportunities. I like the convention energy for some of you Geminis. I like the dating energy for some of you Geminis. Geminis, if you get the chance to be somebody's fucking plus one, go be somebody's plus one. Some of you, if you get the chance to, do they still do like the seat fillers at the awards programs? Some of y'all could get the chance to do some shit like that. Or some of y'all could get the chance to do some stage work. Or some of y'all could get the chance to work with some musicians or some artists in whatever discipline you're in. That just being given the option or the opportunity is like it's a good vibe. It's a scrappy energy with you, Gemini. So I feel like you have everything that you need. It's just that sort of energy of making it fucking work. Some of y'all could get a good chance or a good opportunity, just kind of being in the right place at the right fucking time. So with regard to the romantic energy, I don't know if you're in a relationship and you're happy, you're happy. Some of you, it's a Seven of Cups vibe. So there's decisions to be made, whether it's a negative or positive. That's kind of your decision here. We'll pull some cards on love for those of you that want to look at that. But a lot of you, I feel like your cross-watcher energy is Five of Cups, Five of Swords in it. Because I don't feel like you're waiting around. You've made decisions. Some of y'all watch the Capricorn reading. So some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or a Capricorn vibe could be rather important with you. Capricorn energy is a very disciplined vibe. So, you know, if you're going to hire a teacher, some of you want to take some lessons, you know, maybe look for a Capricorn. Some of you taking lessons. Taking lessons, teaching lessons. I don't know. What's your vibe, Geminis? So let's look at romance with regard to Geminis. Some of y'all are just busy fucking working. What's romantic energy with regard to Geminis? What could Gemini expect when it comes to, I don't want to say romance, because I don't feel like that's really your thing, Geminis, with regard to dating. Let's look at dating. Some of y'all loves a little too early in a relationship or partnership to be using that. So some of y'all could be very mindful of that. There's the Three of Swords. So those of you that's newly single, those of you with regard to that, Gemini, some of you could meet the right person, but maybe you don't think they've been single long enough. So some of you, you're very mindful of the rebound relationship or partnership. I just noticed on that. You know how that is kind of... And that with like the heart on the string energy, or some of you, maybe you're tired of the sort of bleeding heart type vibes as well. So this is the mindfulness, but I feel like you're avoiding that energy. Especially those of you that thought you had it and you didn't. So, damn Geminis. I love you. Take what's yours and leave what the fuck isn't. I feel like if you're happy in a relationship, you're happy. If you're not, then you either need to move forward from it, move through it, or work it out, right? 8 of Wands. Red light, yellow light, green light, go. What's your vibe? What's your inspiration? And what the hell's the energy here? I think whatever you choose to focus on is what's important to you. So instead of overthinking it, where do you want to put your time, energy, and attention? Some of you, it's 7 of Cups. It's start-stop energy. The relationship is start-stop. It's very stuck or stagnant. So how long are you going to stay put before you kind of go do your own fucking thing? The 3 of Pentacles energy is very interesting with you as well, Gemini. Some of you, I feel like it's 2 or more. So I don't know if you sort of switched up your dating energy. Some of you, if you were dating the person that you were working with, I definitely feel this energy of a partnership or a situationship. And then one of you, I feel like you Geminis get the chance to kind of do your own thing, and that definitely changes up the dynamic. So whatever that choice or option is, you already know. Take what's yours, leave what's not. Yeah. I don't know, whatever it is, you're going to go find happiness instead of staying stuck or stagnant. So this is like decision-making time. There's the 2 of Cups. There's the 3 of Wands. I love this. This is the surfer that knows how to read the surf. So some of you with regard to dating, if you feel the energy's right, you're going to. If you don't, you're not really giving a fuck either way. There's like a fun energy as well when it comes to you Geminis. The surfer reads the surf, so they understand the wave conditions. They know where the rip currents are. They're very mindful, and they're not going to go out there and surf if it's not like a positive energy. So if you're hesitant about dating, trust your fucking instincts. Some of y'all learning to trust your instincts and your intuition more. Yeah, you had some interesting choices to make, but I feel like you're looking at things from a different perspective. Some of you Geminis, you've had the conversation about the ring on the finger. That's not going to be all of you, but some of you have. And what's your kind of belief or philosophy on that? Some people expect it. Other people, that's not like important to them. So if that like was a conversation that you had in the relationship or partnership, that could be a deciding factor. Some of y'all, that could be the sort of religious energy as well when it comes to a relationship or partnership with you. I feel like religion is a factor, but I don't feel like it's a factor for you. Basis energy, yeah, temperance angel. Gemini, you just set your ass down and like, you know what, I'm good. I definitely feel like you're looking at your options or your opportunities. Some of y'all, maybe you're just not fucking inspired. You know, you could get to the point where, you know, you're kind of good on your own. You're just kind of doing your own fucking thing. It's not a negative. It's not a positive. You'll date if you're kind of, if you're interested. If you're not, it doesn't like define who the fuck you are. Some of you Geminis, I think that's what makes the difference. You're not letting a relationship or partnership kind of define who you are. Especially those of you that's coming out of a relationship or partnership. Work, love, life vibes, Geminis, where the partnership was basically your identity. So it wasn't like just you. It wasn't like just them. It was you both were just sort of connected together. Some of y'all that could have been a positive until it wasn't a positive. And some of you kind of just finding your own sort of vibe, your own sort of identity. Some of you kind of moving away from that, which allows you better options or better opportunities. Some of you, this could get messy. Others of you, this just brings about, you get the chance to work with different people, meet different people, make interesting choices. Sagittarius is the opposite of you on the zodiac, Gemini. So some of y'all just take on a different approach. This is more of a healthier vibe instead of staying stuck or stagnant, Geminis. So there's mindfulness here. It's like the surfer reading the surf. So if you're dating, you're dating. If you're not, you're not. You're just kind of going with the flow. Some of you learning to trust your intuition or your instincts. I feel like for some of you, this is like very interesting. So some of you could be what's the word? I like quizzes with you, Geminis. Those of you that like word puzzles, Sudokus, or if you like solving like the math problems, different things like that. I feel like this is kind of interesting for you. There's the Five of Wands. There's more of a proactive energy as well with you, Geminis. But you're overcoming obstacles and options. You're definitely far more focused on you, Geminis. Capricorn energy. Some of you mindful of the codependency with regard to relationships or partnerships. So those of you that felt like you kind of lost yourself in that relationship or partnership because who was the more dominant with regard to that? So that's like the vibe. Some of you not replace a one codependent relationship or partnership with yet another codependent relationship or partnership. Makes all the difference with you, Geminis. There's the King of Wands. I'm loving the Leo vibes back there. But this is like your solitary journey here, Geminis. Geminis, a lot of you, this isn't going to be easy, but for some of you, that's what makes like the whole fucking point of this far more interesting. Some of y'all, it's the kind of energy around the relationship or partnership, right? What's the song? Life's a journey, not a destination. And how high can you fly with broken wings? Oh, Aerosmith energy. Yeah, so, damn Geminis. Bottom of the deck, the Three of Swords, there's the Page of Cups. Some of y'all could be dealing with the Libra energy, or some of you had that discussion with regard to marriage. If that's important to you, it is. If it's not, it's not. But it matters to someone, or it could matter to somebody. That could be what keeps a relationship or partnership stagnant. Some of y'all mindful. I feel like there's something that's keeping somebody stuck. I don't feel like you've met the right person yet. You'll know when you have, though. So not a lot of people kind of trust that energy. They want to look at something from a different perspective. This is also like a slow type vibe with regard to you as well, Geminis. Especially those of you being very mindful of not getting stuck in another codependent relationship or partnership. The Capricorn energy is that focus vibe on you. It's a very regimented. You're making choices and you're mindful of the Capricorn energy. You're mindful of the movement. You're mindful of the sort of vibes, the energy with regard to relationships or partnerships. Some of y'all, this brings about healthier relationships or partnerships. Or others of you, this could be just going back into another codependent relationship or partnership. Those of you looking to sort of find yourself, I definitely feel like you had a situationship, whatever type of fucking relationship or partnership. But now you're getting the chance to kind of get out there and experience things. Some y'all just gonna date for a while. You know, it's okay to just go on a date and not have any fucking expectations. And you just have like maybe one or two dates and that's okay. So some of y'all could just be dating. And that could just be your whole sort of vibe, right? You're gonna date just to date. Some of y'all learning to date without any fucking expectations, which makes all the difference. Some of you are going to be far more focused on rebound relationships or partnerships, Geminis. Some of you could have been in that energy. It's definitely not lack of options, Geminis, but what's the sort of vibe on those options or opportunities? I feel like this is more your main focus, so you're either paying attention to that or you're not. You're either single or you want to get single. I feel like if you're in a relationship or partnership, I don't feel like that's like a point of contention with you. That's not what you're like concerned about. Empress, the Eight of Cups, the Five of Cups. Some of you with regard to like creative options or creative ideas. Whatever relationship or partnership you got out of, someone misses that sort of vibe. Geminis, I definitely feel like someone needed you far more than you needed them. But with regard to the relationship or partnership, they never expressed that. And that's what made a difference. But this brings about like better options and better opportunities with regard to you. Some of you trusting your instincts, your intuition. Some of y'all need to do conventions. Some of y'all go to them fucking parties. I don't care. You could be like a cater waiter energy. Some of y'all just getting like the options or the opportunities. I feel like you're trusting your instincts more. So you could be doing some intuitive work or you could just be just kind of doing your own thing. Trusting the sort of inspiration that you get. I feel like if you're looking at religion, your kind of viewpoint makes you very interesting. So you could be someone that kind of bridges the gap when it comes to working situations. You just kind of bring an interesting viewpoint or you're able to kind of make the energies work. Because of your kind of philosophy energy here. This is very good for my creatives. So you could be like it's almost like muse energy with you, Geminis, but it's very interesting. It's also very scrappy vibes. You're able to make things work. For some of you, I feel like that brings about like better options or better opportunities. Those of you that's free of those stuck, stagnant relationships or partnerships, your partners definitely miss this sort of vibe with you. Because this is definitely what made you very unique. But Geminis, for some of you, this is probably also what made you rather exacerbating. Or someone didn't quite understand your sort of vibe. But I also feel like some of you, your partners, wanted to keep you stuck or stagnant. Some of you Geminis, I feel like you were kind of feeling that energy as well. Some of you, you could be somebody's ghostwriter or someone's sort of inspiration, but you never got the chance to kind of be in the forefront. Some of you are getting that opportunity. This is a fun collaborative energy, but it's like just finding what works and going with the flow. You could get the opportunity. And you just kind of, it could be like a jam session if you're a musician. Some of you could get the chance to play backup, or you could get the chance to see how something works. Some of you Geminis, you kind of, if you get the chance to do like an internship or some sort of vibe like that, this gives you the energy to kind of see how things are. And some of you, it brings about an interesting option or opportunity because of the sort of energy that you bring. See, even when it comes to like romantic energy with you Geminis, I don't know, are you happy in the relationship or not? If you're not, then you got a decision to make. Some of you are getting single because this brings about better options or better opportunities. Some of you, there's way too much of a fucking codependency. So some of you maybe need a little bit more space. So that way you can kind of do your own thing. Some of you Geminis, if you're like the creative one, someone just kind of wants to keep you for themselves. So that way you don't like get the chance. I feel like it's your chance to shine, but some of you aren't really given that option or the opportunity. I know you're coming from some sort of situationship. The thing is, if you're dating, I feel like you're positive about it. But I don't feel like you're going to be stuck in any sort of bullshit, indecisive energy. So those of you Geminis, if you start dating, some of y'all just need to date to learn that you can date somebody and it doesn't have to fucking go anywhere. So a lot of dates just to get kind of comfortable dating. If you even date, because depending upon where you are with the LGBTQI vibes, some of you, it's not even like conventionally dating fucking energy, right? Some of you with regard to work options or work opportunities, this could be an interesting sort of vibe. Virgo feels like a matchmaker energy, but not in like the conventional sense. So you get one good option or one good opportunity, and then it leads to like another. Some of y'all just meeting the right people at the right place at the right time. Nine of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Emperor energy. There's with the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, Geminis, you know what this song is? Girls just want to have fun. Some boys take a beautiful girl and hide her away from the rest of the world. Yeah, Geminis, I feel like that's the sort of vibe with you. Especially those of you with creative sort of ties with your partners. Some of y'all, I feel like you're going to be very mindful of that as well. So if you date, you might date somebody that's maybe on the skirts of what the fuck you do for work. So that way you're not like really connected to your partner. For some of you in the way that you were before. It's like Emperor and Empress energy. This works, but it takes a lot. Emperors and Empresses don't stay stuck or stagnant. They make a decision and they move the fuck forward. So I definitely feel like you came from a very codependent relationship or partnership. But someone, you were like the creative one and someone else was the one that kind of wanted the sort of energy on it. But once you kind of do your own thing, it like switches things up. The best example of this is Beyonce and Jay-Z. For most people, you understand. Emperor and Empress energy. They got their own shit on their own. And then with regard to a working relationship or partnership. Geminis, I feel like a lot of you bring that energy, or some of you have that sort of option or opportunity. This is a very tough relationship or partnership. Some of y'all, I feel like you're just going to go out and do your own thing for a minute. Some of y'all, this brings about better sort of creative vibes or creative options or creative opportunities with you. Especially if you were like someone's muse or you were like the creative one and someone else kind of got the glory for the work that you did. Four of Pentacles, Two of Swords. Yeah, you're just kind of going with the flow. You definitely have a lot of people wondering what the fuck you're doing. Positive vibes. Good options, good opportunities. Good options, good opportunities. But there's like no fucking strings attached energy. So some of you are going to do some freelance work. Some of you are going to look at things from a different perspective. Because you kind of... You've had to learn to do this. Some of you, I feel like now you're just getting like the recognition you deserved anyway. Oh, if you're dating, you're dating. If the relationship isn't working, I don't think you're going to stay stuck or stagnant. Some of you, that's kind of the whole point of this. Some of you mindful not to go from one codependent relationship or partnership into another. So whatever that situationship was, Geminis, You're definitely very mindful. Some of you definitely just mindful of the rebound fucking relationships or partnerships. I don't feel like you're putting a whole lot of weight or emphasis on this, or some of you don't. Some of y'all just need to fucking date. Just go on dates with no expectations. Go have some fun. Some of y'all, you get the chance, go do conventions. Go to any party that you get an invitation to. Just go have fun. Some of y'all maybe have some good conversations with the cater waiters, because some of you, they could tell you like who you should be paying attention to, who's like the most interesting person. Some of y'all, that could be your fucking energy. So go get a side hustle doing like catering jobs. Very good creative energy. You're also very scrappy here as well. Those of you in design, I'm liking the sort of the scrappy vibes with you. So I don't know if patchwork energy is going to be coming back around, or some of you like getting the chance. Clothing wise, the 30s energy. I always feel that when it comes to like clothing design, because you don't get a lot of like options from like the 30s. But you would have had a lot of more deconstructed suits and dresses because they didn't have all the accoutrements to use. Some of them were just coming back into introducing a lot of that. I don't know. Take what's yours, leave what's not. You should be like that sort of Ten of Swords energy. Some of you are learning to trust your instincts, your intuition, or your fucking superstitions here, Geminis. That makes some very fucking interesting choices for you. Some of y'all, I feel like it simplifies your choices. There's that abundance energy. But it's very grounded and very focused. The Tower, the Nine of Swords, or Nine of Wands, or Nine of fucking Cups. So Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands, Nine of Cups. There with the Seven of Wands. Page of Pentacles. There with the Ace of Cups. There with the Aquarius star. I don't feel like you're going to lose yourself in your next relationship or partnership, where I feel like some of you were. I don't feel like it's an overly dramatic energy. It's just you weren't like, it wasn't like a true sort of relationship or partnership. You're meant to shine. Go fucking shine, Geminis. Definitely trusting your instincts. Those of you, I don't think you're going to be a fool in love. So if that energy worked, I don't feel like romantic energy is going to be your thing. Some of y'all just need to date to fucking date, just to kind of date. Understand that energy. If there's a happily ever after, which that's a fucking, right? That's usually when the work begins. Some of you, with regard to your relationships or partnerships, you'll know if the vibe is right. Some of y'all just need to kind of do your own thing. I feel like a lot of you are getting back to yourself. So the chance to just kind of get out there and kind of go with the flow makes all the difference. If you have to really think about that relationship or partnership that much, you probably need to pull your energy back and get grounded and focused and kind of look at the relationship or partnership for what the sort of energy is. I almost feel like everyone says I love you here, Geminis, but none of it makes fucking sense. Those are, if you're dealing with an Aquarius energy, watch an Aquarius reading. I don't know. Don't overwhelm yourself. The right relationship or partnership, you'll know. You'll know. Yeah, you'll know. Nine of Wands, the Knight of Swords. There's that sort of equal reciprocity. King of Cups, the Ace of Wands. There with the Queen of Cups energy. There's not a lot of dramatic energy on that King and Queen of Cups, is there? This is like a very interesting relationship or partnership. You'll know. You'll know when the energy is right. And it's not going to be an overly dramatic any fucking thing. Knight of Wands, the Chariot vibes. There's the Archangel Michael energy. And there's the Wheel of Fortune. But the Wheel of Fortune is like a singular energy. So, damn Geminis. Take what's yours, leave what's not. A lot of it is stuck stagnant. So if you're stuck or stagnant with regard to that, you got some choices to make. So make a decision, work through the energy, or just kind of go do your own fucking thing. Some of y'all just dating. Just date. Go on a bunch of dates with no expectations. Some of y'all just learning to date, getting out there again. Some of y'all allowing like good options or good opportunities. I like the cater waiter energy with you. So some of y'all could, maybe you're going to do a side hustle and do some catering or bartending and you get the chance to meet people. Some of you get out there, convention energy with you. I feel like a Virgo is an unconventional sort of matchmaker that brings about like an interesting option or opportunity with you Geminis. That some of you wouldn't have had that option or opportunity. So I definitely feel like there's some of y'all might think it's divine timing, or some of y'all it's like just the perfect energy. So learning to go with that flow, especially my creatives. So if the relationship is right, you're feeling that energy, you're going to know. So if you're like questioning it, then, step back, stay focused, stay grounded, take your time. Some of you, there's at least 2 energies trying to like pull on your heartstring. There's like a situationship. I don't know if you were a working relationship or partnership that was romantic. Some of you with regard to like a romantic relationship, partnership, or friendship. And then you kind of pulled focus back on you. Gemini, some of you mindful of the codependency with regard to relationships or partnerships. Some of you, that's why the energy stays stuck or stagnant. So you go from one codependent partner to yet another codependent partner. And you need to kind of pull focus back on you. So some of you, I feel like you need like new energy or new opportunities or just a new sort of viewpoint that puts all the sort of attention back on you. I feel like all your relationships or partnerships, you weren't really allowed to kind of do your thing, to kind of show up in the relationship or partnership. I definitely feel like you were like the creative one, but you never got credit. I do feel like you were the one that kind of made everything work. But someone didn't want you sort of being the center of attention. Which now, for some of you, I feel like now's the time to be the center of attention. But do be mindful of those codependent relationships or partnerships. Some of you just go from one to another. So take what's yours and leave what the fuck isn't. Some of you learning to trust your instincts, your intuitions, your superstitions, whatever energy you got going on here, Geminis. You'll know if it's the right one. You won't doubt it. Some of you are just avoiding the rebound. I mean, it's that simple. Which, yay raw for you, because you're looking at things from a different perspective. Some of y'all a healthier perspective. You want a song, Geminis? Sing us a song, oh Gemini. Sing us a song tonight. Ooh, nothing compares to you, and nothing does compare to you, Geminis. So go be your unique self. You're meant to stand out any fucking way. Get a partner that kind of appreciates that about you. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Ooh! Could it get any fucking better when it comes to you, Geminis? I don't know. Stay golden, Geminis. Stay positive, Geminis. Take your bows, Geminis. For fuck's sake, some of y'all, you deserve it. You deserve it. Peace, love, and light.